This just in. You'd think one of the richest AI companies on the planet could keep Pikachu from shoplifting. Apparently not. In November, 404 Media tested OpenAI's shiny new video tool, Sora 2. The idea was to see whether it could follow basic copyright rules. You know, like not generating bootleg episodes of Family Guy or giving cartoon characters a criminal record. Spoiler, it can't. And the reason why is uncomfortably simple. Sora 2 works because it was trained on content it had no legal right to use. It's not just a tech glitch, it's a structural problem. And it's the kind of thing small business owners using AI tools need to understand before building anything on top of them. The truth is that the filters aren't broken. The foundation is. Shortly after launch, Sora 2 was pumping out clips of SpongeBob attending a Nazi rally and Pikachu casually committing retail crime. OpenAI scrambled to introduce new rules. Copyrighted characters would now be opt-in only, which sounds good until someone typed in Crossing Aminal 2017 and got a perfect bootleg of Animal Crossing. Why did this happen? Because Sora 2 doesn't think like a person. It thinks in patterns. If a prompt looks close enough to something it has seen before, even with scrambled words, it fills in the gaps. What makes this worse is that it isn't a bug. It's how the system works. Basically, you can't unbake the cake. If your AI tool was trained on copyrighted content, then removing that content after the fact is like trying to remove flour from a loaf of bread. You can't. The model already learned from it. It would need to be retrained from scratch. That's expensive, as in many millions of dollars expensive. And even OpenAI isn't signing up for that. Instead, companies like OpenAI rely on filters. Don't let users type Taylor Swift. Don't let them say Hassan Piker. But users are clever. They write Piker Sahan, and boom, Sora spits out a Twitch streamer who looks, sounds, and vibes exactly like the original. This isn't a new trick. In 2024, people used Microsoft's AI to generate an image of a nude Taylor Swift just by using nicknames and describing the scene in vague terms. That image went viral. The same tactics now work on Sora 2 because we have guardrails that fold like paper. The simplest form of moderation is banning keywords. The smarter form is post-generation detection, where the system tries to recognize what it has already made and delete it if needed. That second method actually works better, but it costs more and takes longer. So companies rarely start there. Instead, users just play a guessing game. Type prompt, see if it works, adjust prompt, try again. The subreddit for Sora is full of people doing exactly this, proudly posting their prompt jailbreaks and the unauthorized content they generate. It's not just niche internet behavior. Scroll through Sora's public feed for 30 seconds and you'll see Tupac, Kobe, and Juice WRLD rapping like they never left. These aren't deepfakes slipping through the cracks. They're memes now, made by the AI, served up by the algorithm. Well, why should small businesses care? If you're running a small accounting firm in Johannesburg or a plumbing company in Bristol, you may be thinking, why should I care about this? Well, here's why. Let's say you start using AI tools to generate videos, images, or marketing content. You ask the tool to create something funny, on trend, or based on what's popular. You don't name specific brands or people, but the AI still pulls patterns it learned from copyrighted material. Maybe it doesn't look obvious, but that risk is still there. And if the original creator decides to sue, I didn't know won't be a great defense, especially if the content went viral. Here's the myth of free content. The uncomfortable truth is that most generative AI tools rely on training data scraped from the internet without permission. That includes songs, photos, videos, books, and art. And the people who made that content, they were never asked. Even AI companies admit they couldn't afford to license everything they used. They just took it, which means the tools you're using were built on what amounts to digital piracy, just with better lighting. That doesn't mean you shouldn't use AI, but it does mean you should know what's under the hood. Here's what you can do instead. If you want to avoid trouble, use AI for ideas, not assets. Let AI help you brainstorm or summarize, but don't rely on it to generate finished videos or brand visuals unless you're sure it's built on legal data. And choose tools with transparency. Some platforms are beginning to offer clearer data usage policies and paid models trained only on licensed content. These are better bets for commercial use. Don't post AI content you didn't fully control. If it looks like something you've seen before, it probably is. And if it goes viral, that's when the copyright claims show up. So treat AI like a clever intern. Helpful, fast, but not legally responsible. And always double check the output. Here's a final word from a human. As a StoryBrand certified guide and duct tape marketing consultant, this is what I would tell you. Trust comes from clarity. Your brand isn't built by using the fastest tools. It's built by making promises you can keep and content that's genuinely yours. If you want to stand out without stepping on anyone's copyright, get your message clear first. Download my 5-minute marketing fix and find the one sentence that tells people exactly what you do and why it matters. You can download it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? Have you ever seen AI generate something too familiar? I'll go first. I once asked it to do research for me, and the output was identical to the source. Thank goodness I double-checked the source, or I could have been plagiarizing. Okay, your turn. What's the most borderline thing AI has ever made for you? Let me know in the comments. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful news updates for small businesses every day.